Hi guys, it's Christine here from christinesheehy.co, and I wanted to pop in here firstly because I haven't done a Facebook Live for a while, so hi guys, but also to share a little story that came up when I was talking with a client this morning, and this is about why you shouldn't be afraid to share your best content for free. So we all have heard this about making a freebie or an opt-in or sharing content that is some of your most valuable content, right? Make your free offer better than someone else's paid offer is advice that Jada Selner gave at the recent ProBlogger conference that I went to. And this is all very well, but it can feel quite vulnerable when you're going to put out some of your best work for free. What if someone copies it? What if that means they don't need to buy your stuff? So I wanted to share with you today, hi Natalia, nice to see you, a story from my experience about why putting out your best content can actually be the thing that brings customers through the door. Now, there's two stories here. The first one is about Ginger Crunch. Now, those of you in New Zealand know what Ginger Crunch is, and probably England as well. I don't know whether it's an American dish, though. Ginger Crunch is a classic slice that people bake and serve for morning tea. And about 15 years ago, in the Sunday paper, there was a column where you could write in and you could say, I went to this cafe, I ate this most amazing dish. Can you get the recipe? And they would ask the cafe and then share the recipe in the newspaper. And so one of these recipes was called Tākaka Ginger Crunch. And it was a beautiful slice made with oats and coconut, which is different from a standard recipe, that made this ginger crunch really something special. And I started making this, and ever since, it has been one of my, well, it is really my standard baking dish. If I have to bake something for a school bake sale or for a party or something, or when my husband went sailing to Tonga, I baked this ginger crunch in a triple batch for them all to take, and they actually demolished the lot before they left New Zealand. But that's by the by. It's a really, really great recipe, and one of those ones where whenever I make it, people say, can I have that recipe, please? So it is also the best-selling slice from the Wholemeal Cafe in Tākaka in Golden Bay here in New Zealand. Now, they shared it in the newspaper last summer, 15 years after I cut that out of the newspaper. We went to Nelson, Golden Bay area on holiday, and our family made 2 specific trips to the Wholemeal Cafe in Tākaka just because of this ginger crunch recipe. The first time we went, it had sold out. And then the second time we went, a couple of days later, we managed to get some. Both times, my whole family dined at this cafe where we would not otherwise have gone on our holiday, or may not even have noticed on our holiday, specifically because of the recipe they gave away for free 15 years ago. So that is a little example of how sharing your best content, sharing your best slice, can bring people through the door even years later. Now, the second example is from a program I did, one of the first online courses I did actually a couple of years ago, Kendrick Shope's Sales School. Now, when Kendrick or certainly back then, when she was launching, she did a series of tutorials and webinars that were so detailed and so valuable and so useful that I signed up for every single one of her webinars that she did over the course of about 4 to 6 weeks to promote her course. Maybe it was 4 weeks. I did a lot. Like I would have done several half-an-hour webinars. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot I could have applied that would have made a real difference in my business. But all it did was actually convince me that there was going to be even more great stuff in the full course. And yes, we repeated some of the material because it was foundational material to the greater learnings within the program, but there were other benefits, other learnings, other resources, more extensive teachings in the course. So I still got value for money, great value for money, from taking the full course. And the fact that she gave away so much for free did not deter me from making what was at the time, and even now would still be a very significant purchase for me. So when you feel that anxiety, that nerves around, oh, should I give this away? You know, I want to keep it. I want you to think about the Ginger Crunch. I want you to think about Sales School. I want you to think about how sharing that little gem is really going to convince the people watching of the worth, of the value of what it is you have to share. It is going to show them, wow, if there is this great piece of information, what else is in the product or the service or the offering that you're putting out there? What else could I learn? It's going to convince your people that they should pay attention. And they may not come that day to buy the Ginger Crunch. It might take, hopefully not 15 years, but maybe 15 weeks or 15 months, whatever it is. But being able to provide something really valuable, really useful is ultimately going to benefit your business. And that's my little hot tip for today. Thanks for watching. And if I don't see you, well, if I don't reappear on your screen before Monday next week, then I invite you all to have a wonderful Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you in the new year.